Alright, hello, and welcome back. Hello, Neon. How's it going? Let's see. Oh, it was pretty good. Pretty boring.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. It's just a failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making?
No, that's not it. I think.
The lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role playing games, only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Esprit de corps. Utter madness, he thinks. As a compliment. How are they planning to do that?
Through call in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio.
Oh, there you go. I tried using MS Paint. Oh, wait, didn't they discontinue updating MS Paint or something? I forget exactly what they did.
Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Electrochemistry. His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked. Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Yeah, when I draw and stuff, I used Clip Studio Paint. I think that's what I made my VTuber model in
But I
years
don't
ago.
think anyone has attempted to create an intersolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
They kept doing like weird things with how they accept payment, and I and I stopped. It was originally a subscription service, and then they made it into a, what do you call it, like a one-time payment, but like a really expensive one or something. And I didn't buy that, so that's not sure how they do it now. And this was a role-playing game.
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with
They
real
did.
death thrown in.
Conceptualization, super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished. What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow, conclude.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
The lieutenant tilts his head, thinking. They were insane if they thought they could do this. It was just a play to cheat money out of their investors' pockets. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. Do we have any money? Let's give them more money so they can finish it and make it even bigger.
it's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Oh, a half smile breaks out on his face. He says, looking around the derelict room, the pipes howl, and a rat crosses the floor.
Okay, let's keep moving.
The wall collapsed. It's inaccessible now. The central furnace. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Inland Empire. It looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony. Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks inside.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside the furnace. It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness, you can hear chatter. It's coming from above, a voice or several voices talking to each other near the smoke chamber upstairs. Hearing. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying, or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
The lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm hallucinating. I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? You should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Smear your hands with coal. A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Inland Empire. You feel the spirit of Rameau Krasé, an ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint. Had the Ramat Krasa. Smear your cheeks black with coal. No, let's not express ourselves. Let's just wipe our hands clean on our pants. There we go. 3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
What are you doing?
I am the reincarnation of an ancient Ilmaran warrior. Nothing, wipe your face away. Sorry, that was stupid.
Please wipe your face clean, officer.
Let's see. Conceptualization. No, you're a proud warrior. Keep it. 58%. Kim trusts you. Don't wipe it. Wipe it clean. Fail. You feel your cheeks turn red under the lieutenant's gaze. And you look like a kid, not a police officer. Even the war paint can't conceal the embarrassment. Wipe
Thank
it
you.
clean.
So, where were we?
Kick it with your foot. Or leave. Let's... An ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged. The Ice Bear Fridge. You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment on its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. Half-light. This ice bear is a hyper-carnivore. Be careful. What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear. The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door. Crack open the door. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hands has found the holster of his gun. Relax, Kim, it's a fridge. Look inside the refrigerator. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge. Take the note from the door. You pocket the note, and the little fridge magnet, keeping it on the door. Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in there. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
The lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper-carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The lieutenant points at the red, sneaky cable running from the fridge. Close the door. The flashlight catches a strange shadow. There is a hidden pathway here. Two rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. A hole in the wall. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see it. Where are we? Look around the secret room.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall. Shine a light on the hidden compartment.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, I do. Look inside. Your hand reaches deep into the darkness, and spider webs rummaging around. You find rusty rifles hidden away. Rifles, Kim.
Are these any good?
Inspect the rifles. Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action rifle with a fine wood stock. In better cosmetic order than the others. This one looks nice. Take the rifle.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
A antique Bell McGrave rifle. Could the murder weapon we're looking for be similar?
It's the same type of weapon, yes. A breech loader. An interesting coincidence that we should find something so similar. But I'm afraid our search for the real murder weapon must continue.
What does this mean? A rifle here.
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Empathy. He likes his find. A frozen ice cream maker that's still running. The antique Bell McGrave rifle. A broken Bell McGrave from ages past. It's a 4-shot bolt-action military rifle with a wooden frame. And I got the insane mesh tank top. +1, clinically insane. Where did you even get that one? No, really, who put it in that drawer? No further comments. Wear it at your own risk. Intercom wires running into the breaker box. A cellar window, people's feet shuffling by on the street. Breaker box. 2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. Unplug the giant red cable. An electric sizzle, the room slightly quieter now. Unplug the black cable. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's not like, if it's black, it's not like the red one, because it's black, the color of immeasurable cosmos. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing. Let's see. Electronic doorbell. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Main Hall, Building A. Andro Orlando Hair SCA. Artemipeteps boxing for young athletes in gym. 24-hour window. Emma's Fashion Atelier. Fabron's Taxi. The rest has been burned off. Slipstream SCA. Fortress Accident SCA. Revachol City. Main Hall, Building B, Whirling in Rags. East Delta Pinball. Entrance from Building B. Empty card. An off-key melody starts playing after ringing the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
This is the police. Please open the door. Sorry, I was just trying random doorbells. Do you have anything? I didn't have anything important.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were...
There's a spot of static that overrides her words.
But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore, so I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
We'll just call there again anyway. Nothing. You hear the same waiting room music, but no one picks up the receiver anymore. Enter Orlando Hair SCA. You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. Conceptualization. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. Half-light. Just seeing the words Andro Orlando gets your hackles up. Its very existence is a threat to your masculinity, to say nothing of your hair. Otimiteps, the boxing for young athletes in gym. Nothing. 24-hour window. Nothing. Emma's Fashion Atelier. Nope. Fabron's Taxi. Nope. Oh, looks like someone has melted half of the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. Slipstream. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone is picking up the receiver but isn't saying anything. Hearing. You can almost hear them breathe. Hello? Is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Traditionalist Electric.
Let's see. This is a woman's voice, crackling and fragile through the static.
Have you come to place an order?
Conceptualization. She sounds almost antique, as if her voice has been played off an old wax cylinder. Her receiver must not be working properly. Hold on, Tricentennial Electrics. I thought I was calling Slipstream SCA. Who is this? I've been inside this building, but I didn't see anyone from Tricentennial Electronics. This place is deserted. Lie. Yes, I've come to place an order. Sorry, I don't actually have any business here.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you. Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Electrochemistry. It's a woman and she knows you. Your heart beats faster. Inland Empire. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you? Do we know each other? Who are you? Where are you? Stand up straighter. Yeah, it's me. Here I am, crawling back into your life. Do we know each other?
Michelle, just please.
You can hear her breathe heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static. Shivers. Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your clothes, and you feel detached from your surroundings. Inside the building, a cold memory hangs.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
She sounds like she's shaking. Mitchell. My name's not, Mitchell. I'm Harry. Hold on. Tell me what's going on. What did I do? Of course I care. It's just that I've been going through some tough time.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words, and when she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what? She sounds like she's almost about to cry. Shivers. The cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's 100 years away. Somewhere inside the building, water is flooding the cellar floor. Hello? My God, please don't cry. She doesn't answer. Hey, are you still there? You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting? Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. What just happened? I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me. Fuck. Hang up the call. Alright, it's a goodbye then. Hang up the call. Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
Alright, goodbye then. Oh, volition. Slipstream SCA. Let's see, Fortress Accident. Nothing. Revitalize City. Nothing. Main hall building A, whirling in rag. Oh, hold on, let me... Oh, nothing happens after you ring the bell. They don't want to talk to you. He's dealt a pinball. Nothing. Empty card. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
He takes a step back, inspecting the other names on the list. Have a level? I don't think I do. Probably put it into Volition. Well, I don't think I've ever gotten this, so let me try to actually get this. Oh, well, actually, let's see what... Oh, nothing. No, hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do. Actually, I'll come back later for the phone call. Once I get a level into Volition. Alright, let me go back upstairs. Safety curtains. An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into the colossal industrial chimney. Logic. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here. Knock it. What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens. Knock it harder. Still nothing. No one's home. Knock it even harder. Okay. No. Health critical. Hear yourself now. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on here.
Is this Emma Atelier? Oh, the mannequin. Is it? Conceptualization. Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. I don't get it. Look, the skis, the rotor blades, both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to produce the other. But the question is, which did they start with, and which did they pivot to? What a strange leap of imagination. And yet they still failed. How sad. That's just speculation. We don't know anything for sure. That's a good question. Let's see, finish that. Really, reality is ruthless.
back door. The wards. The door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop.
I don't know what I was thinking barging in like that. Sometimes it's necessary to resort to extreme measures.
I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
What are you talking about? It's just a door.
Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant. Hearing, Host Almighty, she prays, guard me in my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the door. Blessed be your name. Oh, sure. I didn't know about the curse. Oh, sorry. It's cursed, but I thought the curse wasn't real.
Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman.
She shrugs, visibly dejected.
All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do. But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity?
The entity? No, I don't think so. Of course, the entity. Close your eyes. I didn't see her, but I sensed her presence.
You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you see that she lives inside the chimney?
You mean the chimney that's part of the central furnace? I heard voices coming from there. Chimneys aren't big enough for anyone to live in. Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell. Of course, it all makes sense now.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise. You'll think of something. You always do.
Esprit de corps. Despite his cool lieutenant's interested in solving the mystery too. Had a few more questions about the curse.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around the dimly lit store.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
As she peers at the curtains again. Inland Empire. Didn't that curtain just move? Okay, I'm a little confused. What does that mean? Annette mentioned that the previous tenants have experienced some financial troubles. Wait, is that... that's it? I was hoping for something more paranatural.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Why didn't you just tell me right away? It's the curse.
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Conceptualization. Now, wow. Void rates. You have new words. Physical instrument. Such rates may prove a formidable enemy. Suit up. Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear, it's not enough.
Is your pendant a part of the wards as well? Point at her necklace.
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
What about the wards on the back door? Are all these Simonese as well?
Yes, the Simonese are very crafty and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here.
Never mind. I had other questions. That's all I could do. And let's see, back to the central furnace. Physical instrument, 83%. +1, wet your whistle. Yell hello into the furnace. Success. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease, then... Central furnace. Hello. You hear a woman's voice answer. Inland Empire. You've awakened the entity. This is the police. Who's there? I summoned the ghosts of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. Hello, are you there? Speak to me. Hello? Did you say anything? There's a pause. I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it. Hearing. And you hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
This tray is full of dice, colorful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools, with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
As she taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Inland Empire. Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. Visual calculus. She's got a direct view of the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching. Hold on, what do you mean by Milius?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
As she pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice? Move on.
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Physical instrument. As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong. Encyclopedia. Role-playing games. You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count? Sure, I like role-playing games. And I need some dice. Maybe I'm not really sure why I'm here, honestly. No, I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously. Answers. I'm not interested in buying dice right now. I'm a police officer, and I need to ask some questions.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
The walls around her are covered in rows of precious stone and minerals. Conceptualization. It's almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shelves like stalagmites. How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Okay, I'd like to order dice from you. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Inland Empire. Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here. The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the whirling's backyard.
As she stops to try to come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike. But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
See, as she looks up at the window, pale light comes in. And you never took your eyes off your work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
I see. Thank you for your answers. She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Oh, let me make a save. Oh, hello there, Knight. How's it going?
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Okay, I'd like to order a die from
Of
you.
course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Do you know the Whirl Untethered setting? I want a die for that. Do you have any cursed dice? Tell me about your most extraordinary dice. I'm sorry, I don't actually know what die I want. Just a normal die for me, please. Very regular. I'm looking for something to help with my work. Actually, I need more time to think about it. I don't know. Where's the...
How about an amber die?
Oh, there you go. Well, I hope you have fun drawing. Let's see, she suggests amber, a poor man's gold? No, amber sounds too boring.
Who told you amber was cheap? It's beautiful, really, and has been treasured since the ancient times. For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
That sounds like me. It's a deal. Order the die. I need to think about it. Back off.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Do you know the Whirl Untethered setting? I want to die for that.
Ah, yes, Fortress Accident. It's too bad they never finished their game. The Whirl Untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die, only instead of plants it uses motifs of ice and death, and loss of course.
Let's see. Ice, death, loss. Sounds like you.
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice and dead as, well, death. For 7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours.
Oh, I've been doing pretty good. Just pretty boring lately. Let's see. What's a standard role-playing die?
It's an icositetrahedron, a 24-sided die that can produce results for 2-sided, 3-sided, 4-sided, 6-sided, and 12-sided die with a single roll. Technically, you can also use it for many other sizes, but you may need to reroll results.
Why do you need to cast it in resin?
Untreated bone is porous and prone to chipping. Cast it in something hard like resin though, and voila, it's perfect.
It's a deal or the die. Maybe I should get a different one.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Do you have any cursed dice?
What do you mean by cursed?
As cursed as this commercial area. As cursed as my life. Abracadabra. Perished like this world. Cursed like my life.
Alright, how about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
Actually, I need to think about it.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Tell me about your most extraordinary die.
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost
The
more
firmament.
than 7 real. Are you sure?
I knew it. I knew we lived on flat Earth. Yes, I'm a star myself. A superstar. The superstars don't care about money. I see. No, I'm afraid I'm not worth it. Sorry.
Yes, you definitely have the proper attitude. How about a pair of 100-sided dice, made of ivory and inlaid with lodestone, a naturally occurring magnet, to complement your magnetic personality? 10 real, and I can get these ready in 8 hours.
But do magnetic dice even roll properly? It's a deal.
It's true, magnetic dice are definitely different. When rolled together, the magnetic fields of the pips interact with each other to push and pull on each other as they're rolled, just like all magnetic personalities do.
Okay,
Maybe
back up.
you have some other ideas for dice?
Just a normal die for me, very regular.
A normal die? I'm a novelty dice maker. I don't make normal dice.
What do you do then?
Polyhedral dice. Dice that have more than 4 sides. Octahedrons, trapezohedrons, dodecahedrons. But also barrel dice and teetotum bowls. Come on now, be a little creative.
I'm looking for something to help with my work.
I think I have just the right one for you.
She opens up the top drawer of her work desk and takes something out. 2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm. Esprit de corps, police colors. Because I'm a police officer, right? I don't get it.
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best. Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
Let's see, hand-eye coordination 58%. Catch the dice. Success. Hand-eye coordination. Mr. Smooth moves. You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand. Just like you're in a movie. Wink at the dice maker. Say nothing and act like you've done this 1,000 times.
Oh, what are the odds? The red one is
58%.
made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. I believe these dice are your lucky charm, officer.
That's a hand-eye coordination. She winked back at you. Can you believe it? You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves.
You definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything else?
Oh, hold on. All of the stats have, like, different, what do you call it? Different stats they give you. So hold on, let me make sure. Let's see. The Siren dice, let's see. What is this? It's on a red die with the failed hand-eye coordination check. These are available without waiting and do not count against the dice order limit. Let's see, let me see what they do. So though I got the police dice, a gift from the novelty dice maker in the doomed commercial area. Failing the hand-eye coordination check, to catch them will give the Echolestrial red die instead. I guess I drop one. Oh yeah, I think that's what happened during my last playthrough, is I failed it and it dropped it and it said it like went through the grate in the floor and it was lost forever. Let's see. The effect, it reopens white checks and reduces their difficulty. Let's see. Description, blah blah blah. Uses, reopens white checks, reduces the difficulty of deciphering case files in the ledger by 2. Just a whole bunch of. Reduces difficulty understanding all this. I guess it's just part of the story. Then I have the ones I can purchase. We have the Whirl die. Reopens white checks to reduce certain... I guess it's just only for specific different kinds of skill checks I need. This is establishing authority. Oh, what's this? Standard anti-whirl. Wait, what? Yeah, all these different... oh, wait, hold on. What's this one? Difficulty of getting... oh, I might actually want this one for a thing that happens later. Standard anti-whirl. Oh, then the Cursed Ilmaran dice. Theorizing that. Then the amber dies. And then that thing. Okay, I think. Oh, wait, no, the magnetic dice, and that's it. Oh, it's that. It does that thing. Okay. Okay, I think I want the anti-whirl. How do I get this exactly? General motifs, looks blah blah blah, that thing. Yeah, I think I'll get that.
Of course. Tell me. Ah, yes. Fortress Act. The Wirrow on.
I see. Oh,
I'm
yeah, I already did.
thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice and dead as, well, death.
Oh wait, there's two
For
different
7
kinds of
I
whirl
could have it
dice. How
ready
do I
in
get
8 hours.
the anti-whirl dice? Standard whirl dice, standard anti-whirl dice. There is no description. Hold on.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Then that's the curse. I guess I can't get it. Huh. I'll look into that later, I guess, then.
No need to rush. Take a look around, see if anything inspires you.
Let's see. Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place? Look around the room.
We're inside
So
the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
As she looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls, even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Inland Empire. Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Tricky.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know anything? Did you know that the people called it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Wait. How do you explain what happened to all the companies here? Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. The curse is just biding its time before it strikes again. Sooner or later, everyone will fail, even her. Do you know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet? That's what I'm here to investigate.
All right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on, the whirling in rags is part of the doomed commercial area? Yes, but it's still a separate building. The malicious energies can't reach there. No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off and customers are having trouble paying bills. That customer being me. You're right, the whirling doesn't really look like it's cursed.
And then there is me.
She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire
I've
cutters.
been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Afterlight. It's because she's in cahoots with the demons. Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity. It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. The curse will get you. Have no doubt about it. It just doesn't care about earthly time frames. I'll be the first to admit that there are many inconsistencies in this so-called curse. You're the malignant entity.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
Half-Light, the jig is up. The she-demon knows. You've uncovered her true identity. Inland Empire. Time to come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest. I think it still might be you that's causing this. Narrow your eyes very mysteriously. I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world is a puzzling place. Mysterious.
So I'm the Grand Dragon in the cave. Might I ask what supports this claim?
I yelled to summon the ghost of the doomed commercial area, and you were the one who answered. There's something ghostly about you, ethereal even. Squint your eyes, suspiciously. You're the last man standing. You must be responsible. I don't have time for explanations, not amidst all those visions I'm getting.
Ethereal? Thank you, but I think it's just the lighting.
Inland Empire. No, it's the troubled color of her energetic vibrations. No, I mean it. Your energetic vibrations are off. I sense tragedies in your past, darling.
Of course you do. Show me a person in Martinez who doesn't have any tragedies in their past, and then we'll talk. If you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
She turns back to her work. Inland Empire. Plaisance needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you'll make sense of the situation. Shivers. 17%. Why hasn't her business failed? Or just leave. Oh. Inland Empire. Do you feel that? Yes, feel what? Close your eyes. Reach out with your feelings. There's something paranatural at play here. Shivers. Nonsense. You're right. I feel it now. Sounds like a load of garbage. I feel it. Of course you do. You don't even know what it is you're feeling. But you can feel it. That's the mark of a true remote viewer. The time has come to connect to RVDHQ. By establishing a connection, you'll have proved yourself worthy as a remote viewer. Close your eyes.
Everything all right, Detective?
Shh. I'm trying to connect to the remote viewers division.
This again? Come on, Detective. The joke has gone on long enough.
Ignore the lieutenant. He's never connected with anything paranatural. You're on different planes, metaphysically speaking. Keep your eyes shut. It takes time to block out the sounds of the world, but once you do, it's like you're on a wavelength. Not like any natural wavelength, no. There seems to be something on the other end. If you could listen closely enough.
Oh, for God's sake. This is a bunch of...
Bzz. Do you copy? This is the RVDHQ. Anyone there? Hi, this is Harry. I'm looking for the remote viewer division. Saying nothing. Thought gained. Remote viewers division. Acknowledged. Connection established. Bzz. Welcome aboard, remote viewer. You are a special man, and definitely not imagining it. I don't think I don't have a level to equip it yet. No. Actually, which one of these is? These all probably kind of suck. Hold on. Which one of these don't I want? I can probably trash one of them. Oh wait, no, oh yeah, that's right. You have to use a point to forget them too. Oh yeah, well never mind. Back to Plaisance.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Mia, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman, like you. No, ma'am, I felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for the curse. She may be involved, but I don't have any way to question the malignant entity further.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed. Suggestion. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. Drama. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire. Inland Empire. You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity. She says there's no curse. Maybe there are too many inconsistencies. Lie. The source is in the taxidermist shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy, and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have any answers yet, but there's still leads to be followed, like that strange radio computer thing. There is another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps my travels will cross paths with it.
A third order presence, yes.
Oh hey, I got a trophy. Expert Advanced Remote Viewer. See beyond the veil 6 times. She lets go of the pendant.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long. And definitely not in public.
She gestures for you to be silent.
I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, may the Lord be with you.
She performs an X-shaped cross on her chest.
Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
The pie. Float on over like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Inland Empire. Yes, the venture continues. In other waters, darker waters.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
No, not the vortex. Farewell. There, I got a level here. Actually, let me just put another thing here. And then put on the remote viewers division. Oh yeah, he gave me the dice. Let's see. Ecosahedral dice set sirens. These two 20-sided dice have the colors of a police alarm. Bloodstone for red and lapis lazuli for blue. If you roll them and squint your eyes, it looks like you're arriving on the scene. And it's raining. Note, look at the map at tab journal. See which checks have been opened. Alright, let's see. Oh, I can probably talk to these. Oh yeah, this thing. Hold on, let me... Actually, let me equip my... How much booze do I have left? I only have one, but... Esprit de corps. The sight of the bullet hole stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. Look closer first. The fading marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions, just chips in the sandstone. Kim, look at the bullet holes.
Where?
Point. To the chips in the wall. Someone's been shot. We're cops. We should solve it.
There? Those are old.
Oh, you mean like from the Revolution? What do you mean old?
These bullets were fired during the Revolution, over half a century ago. They do not warrant investigation.
Okay, what can you tell me about this revolution?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
There we go. Drank all my booze. Oh no, my morale is critical. No, my magnesium. How do I even get more magnesium? I don't know. Some great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain have almost washed away. Oh yeah, that actually reminds me. Hold on, I should... Well, I'll do this first and then I'll have to go do the other thing. Because I already drank the booze. Here's my... The separated chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I forgot, I love that line. You're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Look, electrochemistry. Look, in his hand, going into his mouth. The sandwich, it's hauntingly beautiful.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Physical instrument. These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. Shouldn't I ask what game it is first? Alright, I got this. Ball time. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime. Better observe them first. Let's see, hand-eye coordination. 83% +2 acting without hesitation. Grab the ball and show them how it's done. Hand-eye coordination. You're immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. Electrochemistry. God, this is right. You feel a familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen. Feel the ball. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Take in the surroundings. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight. The nervous system calibrating. Until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready. Take in the surroundings. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind. Everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball. Shivers. West, in the Grand Kiran Arena, a sharp overhead left from Arsène Lac Eldbrock sends the Sumerian heavyweight champion, Kostya Masnok Kosnuka, flying to the mat. The crowd goes wild. Revachol loves her heroes. There is time for a last glance inward. Who am I? Hand-eye coordination. An embodiment of pure motion. A fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Physical instrument. Behold, the fear and confusion reflecting in the eyes of the two feeble geezers. They are in awe of your superiority. You are a god to them. Esprit de corps. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now. The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go be the bullet.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
The old soldier yells in outrage.
What the hell is your problem?
Not a weak right tricep, that's for sure. Problem? I don't understand. I'm a god of track and field. Why would I have a problem with anything?
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
I'm sorry, wait, what? I'm sensing anger, and I don't understand why.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
Sorry, an honest mistake. Are we good? P-tank? Oh, pétanque. I understand. I thought it was a shot put.
Yes, pétanque. You ruined our pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
I don't have a bull, but will this do? Hold out the shot put ball.
Will this... No, it will goddamn not.
He falls silent and stares at the ball.
Thank you, officer. This is really something. Honestly, I think it's better than our old bull, even.
Mon Dieu. All right, fine. What do you want, officer?
Rene, I found your guard booth.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
He adds with a slight sigh. You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard. Saw a picture in there. Let's see.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Hold on, why are you on leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
He says with dignity.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The boss has been on man since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer, the container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Mostly decorative. So it doesn't matter if you're there or not?
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
He tries to argue.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Everard gets it. Big guys looking after the small, and everyone working together. I love it. Such dependency only weakens a man further. Do or die. There is no middle ground. René is but one man. We need a program. Get all the elderly back in the job market. Keep folks motivated. René should rent out his services. Invest for profit. Get a few more guys. Expand and repeat. Wage work is a dead end. There's absolutely nothing wrong with tear collecting. It's my side thing too. Proudly hold out the tar bag. The hobo cub. Where's the fascist Nancy? Such dependency only weakens a man further. Do or die. There's no middle ground.
It's not charity. Not to me.
Nancy, there's a grimace of pain on the old soldier's face. Looks like he wants to add something, but can't find the words. Finally, his eyes light up and he says,
Up there, I give it all I got. I earn my keep. But you're right, officer. There is no middle ground. It's do or die.
I saw a picture in there. You were, in it. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Got it, thanks.
Yes. Like I said, I would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp. Vigilance officer? What
Do you
can
know
this old
anything
carabiner do for
about
you?
the hangman at the back of the
Unfortunately,
Rags?
I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Inland Empire. This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future. You seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Does it have anything to do with all the bullet holes I've been seeing around?
Yes. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Physical instrument. Heavy artillery fire, you say? That's the best kind of artillery fire. Very interesting. Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Wait, who are the communards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
He had squeezing the bull in his fist.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Why shell them here in Martinez?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
Oh, well, thank you. For the follow very much. Oh, ancient reptilian brain. Well, thank you. Now, what do we have here? Here's some good old Disco Elysium. This is the... this is my Traditionalist playthrough. Let's see, the beachhead.
Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
You jump scared me there with the notification there. Let's see. Death blow sounds grim. Nod thoughtfully and turned to look northeast. Shake your head and look down at the crater.
This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on, the Coalition. Is that why everything is so bombed out? Ah, that explains all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on this city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There's a strange gleam in his eyes. Half-light. He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard working class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up this mess, and now they rule us. Shake your head in shame. The coalition seems quite capable, actually. Commies just don't understand how money works. Nothing. I don't think. I just do. Shake your head in
Sorry
shame.
it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Who is this Frizzle? You mentioned Guillaume. What exactly is a suzerain, conclude?
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
You mentioned Guillaume?
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
What exactly is a suzerain?
Suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
He then slowly nods and says to himself,
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Is there anything you can tell me about this rifle? Hold out the antique firearm.
It's a Bell McGrave, 4.46 caliber, breech loading, Revachol made. Good weapon, accurate and reliable. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
In the basement there, point to the bookshop. Sorry, I can't divulge that information. What do you mean, find? This is my rifle. I've always had it with me.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
As a composure legendary, 8%, let's see, -1 through the bowl, in the sea, +1, no Renee's job situation. What is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud? Wow, success. Amazing. Composure. As Renee turns from you to his partner and back, the metals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly. How many medals are there? 2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun. Look at the cross. A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle. Look at the sun. a small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word valence written on it. Written below. The medals point to his chest. Did you get them for...
For bravery.
He interjects. That's what I was going to say. Bravery. Not for killing babies, or not for raping women, or for bravery. That's what I was gonna say, bravery.
I'm sure. But I know this uniform's reputation. You are also wondering if I got this for raping women or killing babies.
Oh, no, my chat disconnected. Oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. No, I really wasn't. I'm just asking. So did you? I don't know the reputation of anything. Don't even recognize the war. Sounds controversial. Let's talk about something else. No, I'm just asking.
Honor is everything to me.
He says with grim finality. Rhetoric. Whoa, sounds like you're about to open the gates of conversation. This man will literally talk your ear off if you let him wander off to memory lane. So what did you get the medals for? Sounds like there's a story there, but I'd like to talk about something else right now.
For doing my duty in the heat of battle. For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
Saved a princeling? Listen, Renee, I might want to hear this story later, but right now I've got some more important things to discuss.
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious. King Frisel thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion. The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage.
Must have been a bloodbath. Pretty damn clever indeed. Bastard, slowly shake your head.
I got shot in the
SMH
left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw. Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee.
He pats his right thigh. Pain threshold. It's painful to even think about. Okay then, what did you do? Shattered knee. Interesting. Actually, pick it up. Okay.
I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one.
That's no dink. That's a fighter. I'd give up. Can't imagine living without my jaw. Touch your jaw. This would never happen to Johnny Lawjaw. Point at your jaw. My jaw is tight.
Right. So I grabbed the prick and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jealous freak convinced Fricel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun. For distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
Composure. You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine. In his billowing breast. An untarnished self-worth. Sounds like you're being modest, Renee. The old carabiner stands quietly like a statue, his features motionless.
What Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him and Drizant. 2 days later that was. And that even while crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back, he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way.
Composure. Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there. Hold on, you're just a little proud of Renee's heroics, aren't you? Quite impressive. It's men like Renee who made Revachol great once. Make Revachol great again. I'm not impressed. All those heroics are... where is he now? No, you gotta play to win. Look after you first. This doesn't seem like a good moment to express an opinion.
Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer. They don't end this out for anyone with a service record. Oh no, you have to get shot. Repeatedly. And you need to get your hands bloody too. Really, really bloody.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Duty is something you will never understand.
Thanks for the story, Renee.
Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men, too. True Revacholians. Men with backbone.
Oh, yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please, bring those days back, if you can.
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, was there anything else?
Conceptualization. You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier. 3% drama. Renee told you his war story. Now impress him with your heroics. -2 threw the bowl into the sea. +1 said, dependency only weakens him. What is it? Unfortunately, doesn't seem to be anything worth mentioning among your achievements. You should resort to good old lying. I had a dog, Fifi. Took her fishing late one autumn, but the boat rocked and she fell in, so I jumped after. Renee, lower your voice. I'm ex-Army too, Special Forces, Black Ops, Secret Soldier. Lying just isn't my style. I'd rather get back to the questions. SEAL Team 6.
Really? What was the unit?
Conceptualization. Something with colors and headwear. Soldiers identify with those things. The Cyan Berets. Harry's Hounds. The 5th? Mumble incoherently. Actually, I don't want to resort to lying after all. The Cyan Berets.
I'll stop you right there, son. I'm old, but I'm not stupid. I know a soldier when I see one. We'll get back to our game now, if you don't mind.
No, he didn't believe me.
Revacholian nationhood. The Revacholian state will be a serene place. You should get a drink. A beautiful, serene place of mystery and peace. It will not be a place for women to infect with their frailty and hysterics, or where the Seminoles will be allowed to wear their pants around their ankles. All of that will go once you get a drink. The socialist professors at the École Supérieure will be fired. The editors of Trompe le Monde will have to beg in the streets. You'll pour beer into their begging hats and laugh. You should get a beer.
Great, now we're a true traditionalist. Alright, let's see, what's the next thing I need to do here? Phone number, call back the next day. Authority, find the moral, I can't do that till tomorrow. Find speed and sniff it. Let's see. Where's the rest of the armor? The gym, mystery. Interrogate the drivers about the... Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, I have to go back and talk to Everard. That I broke into the apartment. Enormous bowls worthy of a real man. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Actually, can I just talk to this guy? Mañana?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
That weasel I visited, turns out he's one hell of a colonial mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Yes, his mug collection certainly represented antiquated social values. See how we're all busy concentrating on the racist mugs? That's what the ruling class wants. A man with such a funny mug collection can't be that bad. All I'm saying is he had a lot of mugs. No,
I don't know about that. Anyway, like I said before, Bossman said that Weasel's not a friendly boy. So, thanks for helping out.
Actually, do you know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, whenever I click the, whenever I choose the fascist options now, it hurts me. It hurts my morale. Well deserved. But it means I have to buy more medical supplies here. Which one is the... Oh, this one. Where's the...
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better. Okay, here.
Okay, there.
I
Just
hope
take
Saint Baptiste
a
makes you
few
feel
of
better or
those for
something.
now. Actually, let me just get one. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just take a couple for now. For when I need them. Okay, it says G-R-I-H. Oh yeah, I need to talk to... Okay, I guess I do have to go back and talk to Everett. That is a task, right? I'm pretty sure I do. Smoker... Oh yeah, that's until... When is that? 2100. Oh yeah, I do have to actually go back and talk to Everett. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. Notice in case of strike, press button behind guard. A giant ass print on the pillow, and a pattern of coffee rings around the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on. I can try to open this again. Yeah, rhetoric 3% again. I've been in the world for 2 days. One ice echohodrial dice set sirens. Failure. And as it's always been, it's impossible to open the container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind. Try again the next day. I forget how to open that. Does Leo have anything else to say?
Oh, hey, mister.
Oh, he does.
I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Leo, in the future, can we keep this greeting shorter? I had some questions for you, if it's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Oh, okay, that was it.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Let's see. I'm told the union is involved in the local drug trade. I opened that door you asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
I may have gone inside and seen a collection of racist mugs. I did go inside and it had a glorious flag of Revachol, the suzerain, on his wall. The deal wasn't for me to go inside. No, the fascism is killing me.
The Weasel is no true patriot, Harry. He prays every night for the downfall of the Union and spits upon the name of the king. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
There was a collection of colonial mugs there, and I found a similar mug in the trash with the hanged man's clothes. I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best, helping people, with the power of politics.
Yes. Do you think this Weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
But this Weasel might have cleaned up after the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are neat freaks. If you don't mind me saying so, I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
He imitates bashing something with an imaginary baton. Great technique. You'd make a great surgeon. So, let's see. There's more to police work than whacking an imaginary baton. Saying nothing.
Of course, Harry. Stoic silence. I like that. Very befitting a police officer. I'm not a real detective. You are.
Has he heard about a connection between lynching and
By
strike?
now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
Composure. He performs a motion, as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Half-light. Those Senorita Pineapple people are scary motherfuckers, decimating your state if you don't give them your pineapples. No, too real.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on. You have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
He laughs. Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
He raises his finger. Half-light. An entire neighborhood of killers. Wait, the whole neighborhood is in on it? Who exactly did the pushing?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly. They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
There was a bullet in the hanged man's head.
So they shot him?
He sounds pleasantly surprised.
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
Well, thank you very much there, Monster Draws, for the raid. Much appreciated. Welcome, raiders. Here, let me give you a... Oh, hey there, Mark, as well. How's it going? Oh, and thank you, Potent Chaos, for the follow. Oh, there you go. Playing Later Alligator. I don't know what that is. What is that? I hope you had a good stream there, Monster Draws. Much appreciated. I'm just playing some Disco Elysium here, where it's basically just an interactive book. I'm currently playing as a traditionalist. It's very political, but I'm solving a murder mystery.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard. What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my two little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
Oh, that's cute. Well, now you're now they get to see a a political murder mystery game. How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO.
But I hope you had
it's
a good
what
time.
They do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry.
Oh, I probably should introduce myself, I guess, in case nobody knows who I am. I'm Holographic Bacon. I like to play a lot of games that involve a lot of reading or story-type games and stuff like that. That's pretty much it.
These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
The name of the company is Colonel this time. It might have been Sediment before.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
And so you mentioned a lawyer girl?
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Athlite. Separate one from the herd. So let me ask you this. Which one of the Hardy Boys is your least favorite?
Oh, that would definitely be Fat Angus. His feet smell from a city block away, and he's always having noisy stomach troubles. Horrible, revolting guy.
So let's say something happens to Fat Angus. Let's say a citizen's arrest. What if I were to pin this on someone and just quietly...
You would die, Harry. You would die, and in the process start a bloody and completely unnecessary war between the Debardairs Union and the Citizens' Militia. Angus, his ever-growling stomach, and his smelly feet are all part of the Union. You have as much right to arrest him as I have to arrest your partner here. Actually, less, because this is my hometown, my territory, and my backyard. You are a guest here, Harry. Please remember that. Oh, Harry. This is getting real grim, and there's no need for that. We are friends.
Everard, I met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course! It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
Authority. You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
He holds out a banknote. Wait, why are you giving it to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Take it. I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy Boys. No, give me the money. The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little puzzled.
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions?
That's it. Good talk. Let's conclude for now.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And, of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A rhetoric. A man of the left, so you have to be a social democrat. Well, in this playthrough, I'm the opposite of that. Empathy. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats. I am not a man of the left. I am a patriot of Revachol. You're right. Not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are. Oh no, it's the average Twitter user. Well, I guess not anymore. It's a blue sky, I guess. This top one is the Twitter user now. This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do. No. Oh yeah, when I choose...
I don't care for those lefty dinks either. It's all about power, and here's how we're gonna get it. I need you to be my kingsman, Harry.
So, whenever I choose, like, the fascist options, it hurts me. Which is very funny. Authority. Kingsman. Yes, please. Let's be that.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
I heal myself. Kim, what do you think of this? What are the signatures for? Fine, if it happens to be there, I can ask them.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
Esprit de corps. But he thinks it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where is this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Shivers. Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit. What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Fine. If I happen to be there, I can ask them.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here.
I hands you an open-wide envelope.
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a real Kingsman and a patriot.
I'm told the Union is involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
I am. No, I'm not lying. No comment.
Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed. Do what you must, and let's change the subject, shall we?
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
Team Harry.
Taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
I wanted to go over a couple things about me.
Let's hear it, Harry.
Oh, I guess I already went through
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's
over
not linger on
details
personal
concerning the
details and
murder.
amnesia. You wanted something from me.
I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I helped you get the body down. And I'm helping you find your gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
I told Joyce that I met you. What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont? Joyce said that the previous union leader vanished. I told Joyce that I met you.
It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
What happened to the previous negotiator?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Half-Light. It's hard to say if he really lost his temper or if it's another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly. Joyce said that the previous Union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven
You think
and couldn't
that-
make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Drama. Wait. There was no mention of a casserole from Joyce. Funny, Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
Inland Empire. That much is true. His heart truly is in it. Though, you wouldn't think so by looking at him. Everard, Joyce seems to think the Union is lowballing her.
Yes, yes. Low-balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
Composure. His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior. Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Volition. He doesn't want to see her. It's simple as that. Okay,
Of
talk about
course,
something
Harry.
else.
Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everard doesn't mind.
Conceptualization. It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now. Half-Light. This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay. Let's see. Going to leave for now.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
There we go. Let's see. Oh, you gave me the envelope? A white envelope with a stamp attached to the upper right corner, handed to you by Everard Clare. Inside are some legal documents with two names printed on them. Isabella Sadie and Lillian Carter. Both signatures are required. Interact. You take the legal document out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum. Look at the zoning plan. The youth center cuts into the ocean like a bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street, and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall. Kim, what do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
Let's see. Try to find a loophole in the deal. Here, let me see. I have a cigarette. Where's my... Oh, do you just give a logic +1? Ah, yes. There. Just light up a cigarette in his office. Oh yeah, that's right, it hurts me. Yeah. It's fine. Air logic 83%. Let's hope we get it. There we go. There is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access for the next 12 to 40 months of their lives. Will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door. Wait, what are the ramifications of this? Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out. Look, Kim, point to the photocopy. These people are going to have to move away. Can we do something about it? The noise will be tough on the villagers, but I guess that's just the cost of progress.
I should have seen it. Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone. However, we'll need access to the coast before we do anything. Evrard won't believe you got villager signatures if you can't even get to the village. You can try a forgery as soon as we can cross the waterlock.
Put the documents back in the envelope. Let's see. Alright, let's see. A bunch of tasks I still have to do. Let's see. Well, the number on the armor. The pissing competition. Let's see. Ask him about it after the initial inspection. Oh, I can actually ask him now. Here, let's...
Yes?
Let's see. I want to talk about you.
What about
Let's
me?
see.
Good.
All right.
Let's change the subject.
Let's
What
see,
do you
about
want
the
to
case
know?
again. What are the info? Then I've inspected the scene. I want to know more about this pissing competition you mentioned.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the industrial
All right
harbor.
there, Knight. You
Yours
have
or
a good
mine,
night.
as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
Reaction speed. So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness, on the contrary. So you volunteered to spoil it. What's special about Martinez? I wonder what this says about me. That I was sent by my station.
Yes, I am an unrepentant spoilsport.
The lieutenant appears pleased with this. What's special?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Shivers. A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, maybe. It feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere far away, below the turbine, the 41st and the 57th. The lieutenant was right. It's not about who gets what's north, it's about who doesn't. I wonder what this says about me. He raises an eyebrow, thinking it's best to let you make the next move. I was sent to teach you a lesson in style. There can only be one conclusion. I am the finest, a case-solving machine sent to outperform you in every way imaginable. I must be an augury, an apocalyptic omen sent by my people. Can you guess my message? Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities. I probably have an unbelievable kill count. I'm gonna leave why I was sent unspecified. I was sent as an omen.
No.
No, just no. There will be bloodletting and unimaginable proportions. Unimaginable. Better not to relay it. Actually, no, I'm not an augury. I don't know why I said that.
Oh no, it's very imaginable. We fail to place responsibility for the hanging. The harbor company see the situation is out of control, so they bring in private military, maybe a gunship. The Union responds in strength. Automatic fire. Local law enforcement solving one little homicide decides nothing. Not solving it can have real and calculable effects. Things can always get worse. Matter of fact, augury, we should move.
Oh no, if we don't solve the case, this whole place is going to go to war. Okay, enough of the competition then. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Oh, hold on. There's another logic check. Hold on. Where is this? Oh, it was logic. There we go.
Yes?
Let's see. What did the 41st send you? Logic, look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to slight Precinct 57. What? No, that can't be right. Yeah, that makes more sense than the other stuff I thought of. Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late and argues with his necktie. You weren't sent here to win. Kim, what if my precinct sent me on this case because I'm a fuck-up? Like, as a joke?
I've considered it.
No, so it's true.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional, but I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Oh, why is that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Ah, so you are their finest. Do you really see me as a safe bet?
I am the finest of nothing. Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Here, I can go talk to Joyce again. I'll have to stop by the drugstore to get more items, because I keep I keep losing morale to the to the traditionalist options. And let's see, get more.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you. Okay, here.
Okay.
Okay, here.
Okay.
I hope Saint Baptiste. Okay, here.
Okay.
I hope
yeah,
Saint
okay,
Baptiste
there.
makes you feel better or something.
Oh, do I have trash? Hold on, let me. Is insert bottles? Oh, I did have a little bit. Wow, $3. Oh, I never looked at this. Let's see. It closed for winter. Please use the main entrance. Lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Let's see. I got some more questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
Her eyes light up. There's a flash of teeth. Half-light. The smile of a predator. No doubt, what she's got in mind. You've got a predatory streak.
All men are predators, dear. Nothing much to be done about that. It's all a matter of where you get to file your teeth.
What's the big time?
The revolution.
Ha. And what is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Who got shot in the head?
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Did the communists and the anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Truly a kerfuffle. That's a tragedy. Sounds like they should have shot more people in the head than...
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
The lieutenant mumbles from behind his notes.
Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it.
I had a deluge too, in my head. Point to your little head. Anyone else got shot in the head on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse. or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Smart king. Cowardly king. I loved that king. Fucking communists. I don't care about kings. Tell me one more thing.
Which one? Actually, it doesn't matter. King Guillaume has always been my favorite. He could smell a PR disaster brewing. So he got out alive, and his nephew, Fricelle, got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time.
Who got the mineral rights?
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Let's see. Okay, and by liberals, you mean...
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
How did the liberals win it all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
We? She's one of them, of course. If everyone got shot, who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Wait, you just said the liberals already took everything.
The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
Who are the coalition?
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
Moralist?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
Physical instrument. The rulers of Revachol, and also the world. These guys are strong.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
No. Encyclopedia. The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of the Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of the gray sky. Unofficial, for a moment, there was hope. Oh, I should mention, for the Americans watching this, when they're referring to liberals, they're not in, like, the sense that we call them, like Democrats. No, they're referring to, like, libertarians, like, in, like, the European sense. Our, like, neo-libs would probably be, this would be the moralists. I don't think I'm a moralist, ma'am. And not just technically, practically. For a moment, there was hope. If always picking the option that doesn't commit to anything, then hell yes I am. And also not.
An almost endearingly moralist standpoint. It must be hard to take a moderate approach to head shooting in your line of work.
When was this kerfuffle?
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
Who started it?
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Marzolf came along and overthrew the government.
What did this Tesseract do?
It made people overthrow their governments.
Wow, really? No way.
Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
Where did it spread from? Where did it spread from there?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Marzolf's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
What came next?
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Inland Empire. Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie, a pair of pants. Our lives are very different from each other. What is the zone of control? What happens to the rest of the world?
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
What's the zone of control?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
Esprit de corps. The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of a reappropriated silk mill, Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
What happened to the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
Logic. 51 minus 8 equals 43. Wait, you're saying it's been like this for 43 years?
Time flies.
What have we been doing all that time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. '08 to '19 was simply hell.
And after that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Were they?
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash, an Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are.
She curtsies.
Welcome to reality, baby.
I got the reality loadout, 70 XP. And I got a level. Logic. For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side. Which side was Wild Pines Group on?
They picked the winning side. That's why they're here, and others are not.
They chose wisely. They got lucky.
Perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I might have bet on the king and led the Pines to doom.
You would have sided with the king?
I would have sided with the cannons. If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too. Perhaps it's better I was born when I was. 10 of the 14 Indo tribes got it wrong. Feld, Kupri, Tricentennial. So I suppose I would have been in good company.
Inland Empire. She narrows her eyes, turning her gaze to the future out of professional habit. What would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
Half-a-light. Your jaw clenches. Give the lady a taste of your wisdom. I asked you, who are you in all this? I would have sought a medical solution. Sounds like Tesserath drove these people mad. I would have killed more. 400 million if that's what it took. I would have positioned myself more precisely. I would have made it out with the mineral rights.
And I asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
Here's some wisdom, lady. Say the death thing. Say the death thing. That's it. Shivers. The cold runs down your spine as you say the words, like a small electric charge that seeks grounding.
I see. A tenth of humanity. The key of history is in the lock. Keep turning at any cost.
At any cost, until humanity is free and the age of capital is past. Until this insanity is crushed and Revachol reigns a suzerain forever. Until it's all mine, every pigment-drenched black leaf of money in Revachol. Until the middle class, the gentry, and the workers are all gone, and the age of man is over. Oh, no, the fascism. It's eating my soul. As the wind stops, and for a moment, there's silence. A cold dissipates into your perennial lobe, like a dissolved bullet. All is quiet on the Martinez Inlet. Hearing. A dog barks and a gunshot echoes off the walls of some distant building. A woman's voice. Revachol forever.
Forever? In 20 years, Revachol went from a king to a commune to a zone of control. She is forever, but the next thing she will be is something else.
Opinions expressed here do not reflect the official position of the RCM.
And what is your official position, Lieutenant?
My position, ma'am? My parents got ripped to shreds in the revolution. I would have gone the same way. I was saved by being 2 years old. That's my position. The abattoir.
Understandable.
Abattoirs, a slaughterhouse. That's enough about the times.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Rhetoric. Now's your chance. Ask her who she is, as she won't get out this time. What is this acute encephalopathy?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
What causes encephalopathy?
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
Oh, it's probably from the surgery then. It's definitely the drinking. She nods slowly. Electrochemistry. What this boils down to is this reality thing is stupid. Blow this joint, grab a bottle, and drain that shit right down your throat.
Yes, and perform autoerotic asphyxiation on yourself with your funny necktie, out in the open somewhere.
Okay, David Carradine. Yes, and lie about it too. To her. I have somewhere to party right now. No time for more questions. The art world calls a performative experiment. You wouldn't understand. Wipe that urge from your mind and get back to reality.
Of course. Well, I'll be here if you need me.
I had to pull a David Carradine here. This is a fucking game. Okay, well, that is going to... It's getting late, so that is going to have to be it for me tonight. Alright. Well, thank you very much, Draws, for the raid earlier. Much appreciated. Alright. Well, thank you all very much for watching.